Welcome back to Media Mayhem. I'm Vox, and Star Season 4 continues with A Boy and His DC700XE and The Monster and the Queen. As always, we're gonna run through these episodes for their Easter eggs, references, and details you may have missed. If you have not seen these episodes, go watch them, then come back. And let's start with A Boy and His DC700XE. Marco and Hekaboo seem to have formed a Dragon Cycle Club, which I assume was after the events of Conquer. This club is named the Kill Devil Paths Riders Club, consisting of Marco, Hekaboo, Kelly, Talon, and this new character. They have an annual ride where the quirky new character, who's actually named Quirky, hopes he'll be the one to receive the Devil's Mark, despite this mark going to the worst rider. Kelly is the newest member to achieve official status, donning one of their patented blue jackets. Both Hekaboo and Kelly have nods to their signature abilities and weapons on their biker design. Hekaboo wearing a black t-shirt with a flame, in reference to the flame at the top of her head and her pyrokinesis, while Kelly is wearing a purple shirt with a sword, which references Kelly's combat abilities and her sword as shown in the episode Kelly's World. The gang is soon joined by Tom, who wants to join Marco and the crew, despite it being apparent he's never actually rode a Dragon Cycle. This leads us into learning more about the functionality of Dragon Cycles. While having some motorcycle experience will definitely benefit you, the biggest factor is the relationship between the Dragon Cycle and its rider. After all, they're living beings, and that's not just for show. Marco and Nacho's relationship definitely stems from Marco's empathy and support towards others, in conjunction with Marco spending many years in the Never Zone with Nachos. But Tom is still getting acquainted with the concept of being himself, which of course will affect him forming relationships a little bit. That's the bigger picture of the segment's theme and development towards Tom. He's figuring out who he is, not wanting to be attached by the hip to Star, which was a factor in his involvement in Junk and Jana. This episode in particular focuses on Tom accepting that he doesn't need to act cool in the way he thinks everyone expects him to, forcing himself to go on a ride he doesn't desire, but that he needs to do what he wants to do and be cool in his own way. We also learned that Marco and Kelly ceased being breakup buddies off screen, and that Marco was the one to end things himself. Yeah, so I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. I'm very disappointed that Marco and Kelly just stopped being breakup buddies off screen. Considering they showed the beginning of their relationship on screen, the fact they stopped is pretty troubling. Now, I'm thinking and hoping that the reason why we didn't see this is because it'll be explored in another episode. But I'm also prepared for them to never touch on this, and Marco and Kelly ended just like that. This definitely will get any Starco fan excited.
Kelly's out of the way, now it's just time for Star to get rid of Tom. My ship
will reign supreme. And while that is a possibility, maybe Marco realized that his feelings have not gone away. This could also be due to the fact that Marco plans on returning to Earth. He doesn't want to be on Muni forever, so why would he get attached to someone who lives in a different dimension? Yeah, he has dimensional scissors, but maybe he just wants to move on entirely from all this. Shortly after, we actually get a bit of teasing towards Marco and Tom's close friendship, which, you know, they would be a good couple. Very cute. So I'm the last person who's going to dismiss anything there. And in a classic tale, Tom notices his Dragon Cycle, Hampton, is attracted towards a herd of wild Dragon Cycles soaring through the sky. In a move that I can only describe as a feel-good pet movie, Tom decides to liberate Hampton, allowing him to be free with his people. But he still wants to cross the ramp, leading Tom to do the one thing I think we were all expecting him to do, fly on his own, avoiding the many fists beholding the Devil's Mark, only to be blindsided by the last one. Despite being struck, Tom gains the admiration of the Dragon Cycle Club, but when they ask to see his Devil Mark, all he finds is pain. I like to imagine he couldn't get a Devil Mark due to already being a demon, even if it is just the imprint of a ring. Alright, let's move on to what I feel is the main event of these two segments, the Monster and the Queen. We open up in Star's Closet of Secrets, as you may remember from the episodes My New Wand and Baby, where we find Star updating her diary, revealing through dialogue that Ponyhead's ex-boyfriend, Seahorse, is imprisoned for queen-napping Eclipsa, so we can assume Ponyhead's sisters didn't take the fall like Ponyhead implied would happen. Glossaryck openly rummages through Star's belongings, intentionally provoking Star into investigating him, causing Glossaryck to remark, "You think I'm the only one who takes things out of your closet," causing Star to notice that her remaining piece of the Book of Spells has been stolen, assumably by Eclipsa, breaching Star's trust. This brings us to Eclipsa idea, and what we later learn, is a recreation of Muni within Globgor's mind, rowing a boat through an underground cavern of what we could assume is the monster castle. Notice how her boat is named Queen's Folly, as, once again, folly means foolishness or a lack of good sense. Eclipsa stealing this piece of the book from Star and planning to liberate Globgor through betrayal and manipulation is a foolish course of action. Now, there's a lot of hints leading into the revelation that this is within Globgor's mind, although as you guys may know, I believe this was going to be a flashback. But hey, being within the mind works. So let's go through these hints. I think a big hint is actually Globgor's attire, which is different from the one we're acquainted with. Here, he's actually wearing clothes instead of a loincloth, though this may also mean he prefers to dress to impress for his lady. Globgor also remarks, "What took you so long?" as if he's subconsciously asking Eclipsa, why have I been alone and isolated for such a long time? We get a taste of Globgor's size shifting, which we learned the name for his species was Size Shifter through the Book of Spells, shrinking down to a normal scale to enjoy his boat ride with Eclipsa. Later, he shrinks down even smaller, to rest on Eclipsa's shoulder as she descends with her umbrella. Globgor compliments Eclipsa's earrings, to which she says they're new, but notice the shape, they're moons. This could be a nod to Moon herself, even if her cheek marks aren't moons but diamonds. Eclipsa could be referring to Moon as a new ally or a friend, someone who is important to Eclipsa and taught her a lot, even if Moon did leave the kingdom because she didn't trust Eclipsa. Another hint towards the dream reveal is the fully restored Muni Castle, which obviously lies in ruin currently. Accompanying this is the lack of humans and monsters. It's a complete ghost town, though this may have been done to make Globgor a bit comfortable in his surrounding. Globgor even remarks how empty Muni is, observing how no one's out and about on this beautiful day, ultimately breaking the illusion when he claims his picnic basket is missing, pinning it on the miners. Now, side note, is it just me or did the whole picnic basket thing remind anybody of Yogi Bear? What? No? Just me? Okay. Globgor almost goes on a rampage when he unveils. It was another joke that definitely did not land, just like his initial joke about miners. But he does point out that the ruby he pulled from the cave is a lie, just like Santa Claus. Also, Globgor brings to life his fabricated characters, which causes him to go off on a tangent about their epic war, revealing he made these characters when he was a child. This was probably Globgor coping with the Mumin Monster War, as his protagonist was portrayed as an abnormal animal, and the antagonist is that of a wizard, using magic to conquer the kingdom. Yeah, this is definitely about the Queens of Muni. Eclipsa informs Globgor that she has the preparations to free him from Romulus' crystal in the real world. All she has to do is pull a string from a chicken, which, okay, no one's talking about how just bizarre and absurd that is, even for Star. It's hilarious. Globgor ultimately rejects Eclipsa's offer, stating he's not ready to come out of the crystal if the kingdom isn't ready, as they wouldn't be giving him a fair shot. I think this gives us a good feel for Globgor's character and intentions. If he had ulterior motives or didn't care what Muni felt, he would have encouraged Eclipsa to let him out right then, right there, saying something along the lines of, "Oh, they'll learn to accept me." But no, here, he's looking at things from the other side. He's thinking of the long term. And it's pretty admirable. After ending her little date with Globgor, Eclipsa encounters Star, a very, very peeved off Star, who finds the Book of Spells being restored by the silkworms, open to Solaria's crystal pulverizing spell, the exact same way it appears in the retail version of the Book of Spells. Theory almost confirmed. I mean, everything I expected to happen happened. The silkworms, the crystal pulverizing spell, but the spell itself isn't actually used. So I was on the right track, even if it ended up being sort of a misdirect. I don't know, let's just take a 50% victory here. Now, Eclipsa states she hasn't even had a proper coronation yet, which sets up the events for the next episode. Star also tells Eclipsa she understands where she comes from, and that when you love someone, you do crazy things when you miss them. This is likely alluding towards Marco, and when Marco left Muni for Earth, and what she may do once he leaves again. Yeah, heavy stuff. Adding more fuel to the Starco fire. I've seen it all before. And that brings this episode to a close. What did you guys think? Which one was your favorite segment of the batch? I gotta go with Monster of the Queen, just because we got to meet Globgor and see him a bit more intimately. I love it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids, and for more of my own takes, you can find me at AwestruckVox. We're also on Instagram. You can help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AwestruckVox, signing out.